up, everyone? Oh. Hello, everyone! Whoa, what's happening with my throat? Let me... Ooh. Ah! Crazy. What's up? How is everyone doing on this fine Friday? It is almost the weekend. Let me have a sip of my tea. Happy for some Yuri? Me too. Technically, it's the weekend. Oh yeah, if you're done with like work, I guess. Okay, my weekend is on Sunday. Hi Hypno, hi Aksha, hi Justin, hi Subarashi, hi MD, hi Symphony, hi Graham, hi Samsara, hi Adricy. Oh, yeah, everyone. Tell me your favorite Yuri. I was actually let me check. There was one I was reading. If my internet wants to work with me, then I will tell you what the name is. I don't think I really have a favorite, but the one that I was reading, Lilia, I enjoyed was... It has like those stupid light novel names too. It was called Even If It Was Just Once, I Regret It. And it... the premise is really stupid. It's about a landlord, and this girl's moving in because she desperately need a place or something. She lost her job. So the landlord's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be nice to you. I'm gonna be you can live in one of my apartments without having to pay for it. Yeah, it's the landlord one. But you have to do like certain things off this checklist. I've been reading it as it was coming out, so I know exactly what it was like. That sounds like really dirty or something. It's like, oh, you gotta do lewd stuff with me, but it's not that bad. It's pure, okay? It's pure Yuri. Except for like the bonus chapter. Like even yeah, there's this chapter where they're holding hands and they're both going absolutely wild. It's not I mean, as in limbs. There's no lewds in it. This is just this one chapter. That's like a bonus. What else? What else? There isn't really one that I like. Kase-san is really good. Yeah. I haven't seen... There was an anime, right? I've only read the comic. Oh, your right hand holding is pretty limited. Oh no. And there's also... let me check what it's called. I have my Yuri's open here, so I can check. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's from the person who made Now Loading. I think that's it. It's like I haven't read that one. Huh. Do you know Citrus? Citrus? Yeah, I do. I was reading... Oh my god, Citrus! Citrus is interesting. It moves so slowly. It's there's a Citrus Plus now, which takes place after you know, the original story. I skipped most of the original. I remember just being up to date with it, and then at some point I just said, no, I'm not gonna... Why? Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening, so I am not gonna continue reading it. So then I read Citrus Plus, or like where it was at that point, and then okay, so I found out that... Oh, is this spoiler talk? Can I talk about this? Is anyone reading Citrus and does not want me to spoil it? Tell me now, because we're going into spoiler territory. Hi Magnus, welcome. We are reading Yuri Next Door on HONEYFEED. I don't care about spoil me daddy. Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about it. The characters are engaged, right? The two main characters of Citrus are engaged, and they've like, their relationship is still super awkward. I don't get it. All they've done is like a kiss. like sometimes it's incredibly awkward. What happened? Huh? Wait, why? What's the bonk for? Let me talk about Yuri. Kissing? We're wives, but kissing is embarrassing. Yup. What's her name? Not the blonde one. I forgot her name too. Oh no, the blonde one is named Yuzu. And the other one... Oh, okay, okay. The other one is named... I don't know. But the other one with the dark hair... Mei. Ah, Yuzu Mei. Yeah, thank you. She's so incredibly emotionally closed off. And it's annoying to read. I hate it. Just move on. Grow up. You two are engaged somehow. What else have I been reading? There was a time where I was like consuming so many like comics daily. It was like webtoons, just standard manga, and now it's been falling off, you know. So and I never remember the titles. I just read them, and it's like, oh yeah, that was good, I guess. I had a good time reading it, and then I move on and I read a new thing. Bright and Cherry Amnesia. Wait, that sounds really familiar. Let me check. Bright and Cherry Amnesia. Let's see. I think I've read that one. Have I? No. No. I like how the first... I Google it and I check Google Images, and one of the first images I find is... Okay, let me show it on stream. I'm gonna show it. Let me open it up. Give me a second. This is interesting. Oh wait, no. Delete. Oh yes, why? Please work with me today. That would be great. Oh yeah, okay, it's working. Cool. Okay, let me find the image. Okay. It's this. What the fuck? Why? Why is this one of the first images I find? You should totally read it? Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Okay. Wow. Is this good? It's okay. Oh, there was okay, there was another one that I was reading that I would recommend. Or at least I recommend that I enjoy. I also forgot what it's called. Let me check in a DM history with someone, because I share all my findings with this person. Search. Oh yeah, wait, it's called... Oh yeah, it's this one. It's called... The two of them are pretty much like this. It also has like one of those weird visual novel titles. And it's about a writer and a voice actor living together. Well, they're in a relationship, obviously. And it's just... The chapters are like super short. It's like wholesome. Oh, it updated like 2 days ago. I haven't read it yet. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. I recommend it. It's very cute. Maybe I'll link I'll link after the stream. I'll link the a few that I enjoyed in on Discord or something. Nice. Yes. Let me finish my drink. You know, when I was getting ready for the stream, I was making the thumbnail, and since it's called Yuri Next Door, I was like, oh well, my name is Yuria. Wouldn't it be funny if I just made a thumbnail where it would just be me standing next to a door? But then I didn't. I do have an image though. Looking forward to the Yuri tier list now. That's what I'm gonna be reading. Yuria next to a door. Here we go. This was the work in progress thumbnail. I'm a comedy
Yuria
genius. Oh god! Thank you, Jenny. Oh, maybe that'll be a fun stream if I make a Yuri tier list. No. I'm hovering my mouse over it, but you guys can't see, obviously. It's very much standing in the grass. Okay. Should we start the reading? I'm gonna finish this drink real quickly, cause it's getting cold. The Yuri tier list. Okay. I warn you, I have opinions. I don't read like a lot of well-known ones, I think. What I've been buying are like physical copies of those collections that just have a bunch of shorts by a bunch of different artists / authors. Because I can just like read one of those during my downtime at like work or something, and then just jump back into a new one. Thank you, Misao. Well, they're already called again. I'm looking at them. It's too far away, my cabinet with all my Yuris. If we talk about Yuri anime too, don't start with me. Strawberry Panic. Oh, I can't recall Strawberry Panic well enough to talk about it. It's been so long since I saw that. I just know that the silver hair, there was a silver haired lady, and there was a redhead, and they had a very unhealthy relationship going on. Hi, welcome, George. Gavin, what does Yuri mean? Yuri is a flower, like a lily. It's going to be a novel about flowers, I guess. Okay, I finished it. I also got an apple, in case my mouth like somehow dries up. For warning in the beginning, before I begin, English is not my native language. If I mess up a word, I'm sorry. And I also might ask you guys if I need help with like pronunciation. All right. Let me open. Where is it? Is it? It's this. Haha. Oh, I don't have. Let me put on some music. I forgot about that. Give me should I just play all my songs, not the songs that I made? Let me zoom in a little. But all the songs that I use for stream or haven't used yet, there are a bunch. Might not fit in the atmosphere though. Or should I just put on some royalty-free chill music? I'm British and I don't even speak English correctly, so you're safe. Oh, that's good to hear. Oh gosh. Some free to use public domain bangers. Okay. Don't read what's on here. It's like it's spoilers. I haven't read it yet. Oh god. Okay, well I guess you can read it beforehand. Wait, what's that noise? Ah! Oh, it must be something outside. uh... Yeah, let's go. This better be all royalty free. I'm gonna murder if it's not. British. Okay, there's a royalty free lo-fi playlist. Does that sound good? It's just gonna be background music anyway. Oh no, my monitor's turning off. That's not very helpful if I want to read things. Wow. Amazing. Here we go. DMCA time. It better not be. Okay, how's the volume? It's like very low volume for me. But according to OBS, it's picking it up. Picking it up. Picking it up. Let me have chat open. Okay. Let me know if there's like something wrong. Volume is fine? Okay, wow. I don't like this song. There's too much repetition. Next one. Wow, okay, yeah. This is good. Ha! Okay. Let me open the actual story. That'll be quite useful. Yeah. Does it work if I like scroll? Oh, yeah, okay, it works. Can you see my mouse? No, okay. Hi, welcome to Reverie! Oh, okay. We have one more. Ow! Pain. I want more sip of my drink. Alright. Is this Kirin? Okay. Hi, Kramer, welcome! Okay, let's start reading. Please sit back, have a drink, and a snack. I don't know what y'all like to do. Do your dishes, do your cleaning, put this on in the background. Listen to not my story. Though Kirin was focused on her work, when she heard a loud thump coming from the next door... When she heard a loud thump coming from the next door apartment, she raised her head right away. No, mommy! A child screamed. That was Rei-chan, she thought. Putting the paper she had been grading down at once and standing up, she headed to the entrance. But before she could reach the front door, someone banged on it. Oh, I was gonna bang on my desk. That's probably not a good idea, huh? Though the person on the other side seemed to be hitting as hard as they could, the noise was low, as if made by tiny fists that barely had any weight. Even so, Kirin could tell the kid on the other side was desperate. Oh, nice. Oh, sorry. What's wrong, Rei-chan? She asked the moment she saw the little girl no more than 10 years old in tears. Oh god. Mommy was about to leave for work and she fell down! They shouted. She's not answering! Don't worry, Rei-chan. Everything's going to be okay, Kirin said, trying to sound as reassuring as she could. Let's go see your mommy. Still crying, the girl cleaned her tears as best as she could and grabbed the teacher's hand, half leading, half pulling her to the next door apartment. Let me... Oh, you can't see my mouse. Her mother was lying on the floor, with the face red and her breath shallow and rapid. She's burning up, Kirin realized, when she put her hand on Mari's forehead. Then she noticed her clothes. A short red dress with a lot of cleavage. This idiot's sick and still planning to go to work? It's okay, Rei-chan. Your mom is just a little sick. If she rests, she'll be fine. So don't cry, okay? She said in a kind voice. The little girl nodded and did her best to hold down the tears threatening to fall again. Though she was a PE teacher and had a lot of confidence in her strength, she had trouble carrying Mari. She's heavier than she looks. Better not tell her or she'll be mad. Wow, okay. Kiden thought, holding back a smile. Then again, oh, she's cute when she's pouting. Mari opened her eyes and mumbled something unintelligible. But then closed her eyes and was soon out. Yuri, do you mean 2 girls? Yes, exactly that! We're gonna... Yuri, sorry. Rei opened the door to the only bedroom and raced to get the futon ready. Then she stepped out of the way as Kinen gently put her mother down. Rei-chan, do you have any cold medicine? She asked with a gentle voice. The girl nodded and raced to get it. What happened? Mari, good, you're awake. You're burning up with a fever, Kinen said, looking her in the eyes. But I'm here now, everything's gonna be okay. She seemed confused, as if understanding that... sorry. As if understanding that took a lot more than she thought she had at the moment. Then she closed her eyes and shook her head, trying to get up. I need to go to work. Some of the girls are sick today. And you're one of them. You can't go. Kinen placed both her hands on her shoulder and pushed the woman back. But No, I won't allow it. Mari showed a smile despite her pained face. I like... Oh, the flirting's already happening. I like a strong woman, but you shouldn't talk like that with a sick woman. If she doesn't listen to me, I will. Mari let out a chuckle that turned into a cough. Then, could you call the club for me? The number is it's in my phone, she said, and she rested her head on the pillow. Her eyes closed again. Because some of the girls from the club got sick this week, she worked herself to exhaustion. Kinen covered Mari with a blanket and opened the small purse that matched the red dress. Hello? Hello? Is this the Hostess Club? Yes? Answered a slightly... Oh, yes? Answered a slightly panting voice. Oh gosh. I'm calling on behalf of Ote? Kinen said. Why did she pick that stage name? Sounds from the Edo era. She's too sick to go to work today. What? The woman on the other side mumbled something that sounded not her too. Thanks for calling. Tell her to take care of herself. Then the call ended. Guess they were really understaffed today. Better not tell Mari. She'll definitely feel guilty about missing work. No, it's not your fault, Mari. Here's the medicine, One-chan, Rei said, carrying so many boxes she had trouble balancing everything in her small arms. Kiden smiled and picked up the ones for cold. Thanks, Rei-chan. For now, your mommy needs only these. So please put the rest back, okay? As the little girl hurried to the bathroom to put the rest of the medicine back, Kiden picked up a glass of water and returned to the bedroom. Here, take this, she said, putting a hand under Mari's head and lifting her gently so she could take the medicine. I should read chat. Ow. Mari looked at it and winced. What? Kari asked. They taste bad, she mumbled, her cheeks red and not because of the fever. Kari couldn't help but snort. Are you a child? It has nothing to do with it. You're the one who bought it, weren't you? It was my mom. If it were me, I would have bought the tasty ones. You're a child. Kitten said with a sigh. But it doesn't matter, take it. After some insistency, Mari took the medicine. She winced as if she had taken something extremely bitter and put her tongue out. So bad. The taste doesn't matter. What's important is that it will make you better. Mari chuckled slightly. We agree to disagree. Kitten blushed and looked away. Idiot. Oh, let me turn on the light. This is enough light for now. Ah! Squeaky chair! Yeah, read this. Kitten blushed and looked away. Idiot! Can I ask one more favor? Can you get a change of clothes for Ray and her school books? And her school books? My mom is coming to watch her while at work, but I'm mom to take her for tonight. I don't want her getting sick too. I can take care of her, Mari. I know that, but I can't ask more of you. I know you have to finish grading those tests. How did you know that? I don't remember telling you. I heard you talking the other day. These thin walls can be a pain sometimes, she said, smiling. That's actually concerning. Kitten opened her mouth to say something, but then she gave up. Fine, but you need to promise you'll rest. Yes, ma'am, Mari said, almost singing. A few seconds later, the sick woman is sleeping. Is sleeping? Was sleeping. She gave me a pain, but then she shows this cute side, Kitten thought, patting her on the head. Get better soon. 20 minutes later, Mari's mom was at the door. I'm sorry for the trouble my daughter is always causing you, she said, bowing after Kitten explained the situation. Not at all, Kitten said, smiling and waving her hands. She helps me a lot. Is Mommy going to be alright? They asked after she had organized her belongings in a cute pink bag. She will. I promise I'll take care of her, Kitten said, kneeling to be on the same height as the little girl. She flashed a reassuring smile and held out her pinky. I promise. Ray cleaned her tears and wrapped her tiny hand around the teacher's pinky. After Grandma and Granddaughter left, Kitten stood on the entrance. What do I do now? It was true she had to correct the last few papers, though she wasn't behind on schedule. The principal was complaining. But I can't leave Mari alone tonight. After some struggling, the teacher found the perfect solution. Bring your papers over to the house. Do it there. It's gonna be it, right? Mari woke up a few hours later. Her complex looked better and her fever had gone down. Without raising her head, she looked around. Hey, Kitten-chan, I always love seeing your face the first thing when I wake up, she said, beaming. Oh, I said that too seductively. Kitten blushed slightly. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have my phone silent. Me too, she mumbled, embarrassed. So, don't take this the wrong way. Why are you still here? There's no way I could leave you alone. Not when you were like that. But what about your work? She asked, not hiding her concern. Even like this, she worries about things like that. Kitten blushed and averted her eyes. I can grade papers anywhere, she said, raising the pile of papers on her hand. Mari looked puzzled. Then she beamed. I'm so lucky to have such a great girlfriend! Oh! With those words, Kitten became an alarming shade of red. Despite her embarrassment, she offered her right hand. Mari looked at it and showed a puzzled expression. I can grade papers with only one hand, she mumbled. Oh. Mari beamed again and reached out to grab the teacher's hand. They were only holding hands, but her expression was as if it was enough to make her the happiest woman in the world. Ah, damn, my girlfriend's too cute. Is what I think to myself daily as well. Huh, wait, anyway. Blushing even more as she held those delicate fingers. I'm the lucky one. Despite her embarrassment, she didn't do anything to stop the smile on her lips. Oh, this is the original story I posted. Ah. And now we're getting like a long one. She said girlfriend. I heard you were streaming. These thin walls can be really troublesome sometimes. Oh, you know, this was like a few days ago when I was streaming Resident Evil. Like, the place I'm in is pretty soundproof as far as I'm aware. I live in an old bunker, actually. That sounds really weird, but it's like converted to a house. And the walls are thick. But I was screaming too loud, apparently. And someone came in. It was like in the middle of the night too, because I was streaming so late. It's like, we're like, "Huh, Yuria, what's up? What's happening?" It's like, oh, I was just playing a video game. And the mic didn't pick it up. Thank God. I was worried. Because this was during a stream. It's like, oh my God. It's like 3, 4 a.m. and you were screaming. Pain. I think I just brushed it off, like pausing the game. It's like, oh, let me get a drink, guys. But now you know. It's up to you guys to find out where that was, but yeah. We knew? Of course. And the thing is, I wear these like noise cancelling headphones, so I can't hear it when someone knocks on the door or when someone rings. So that make them even more worried. I just couldn't hear them. Alright, let's continue reading. Oh. Good work, everybody, Gideon said to the students. Every tea bake, I assume it's someone concerned about the sounds of Resident Evil. At least Resident Evil week is over. Okay. Oh, I need to make an account. I can like it. I will like it after. Good work, everybody, Keaton said to the students. It's already a little late, so let's finish here and pick up again tomorrow. Take care when you go home. Yes, the students replied. They stopped whatever they were doing, organized their bags, and got ready to leave. After they left, Keaton walked down the corridor, checking the other classrooms for any student who stayed behind. After she was sure everybody had left, she went to the teacher's lounge to report to her colleagues and pick up her belongings. I just love the school festival time, but it's so tiresome, she thought, massaging her shoulders. Just because I'm gonna do it. Oh no, shoulder cracking. Let's not include that in this. Just because I'm a PE teacher, the students may help me carry the heavy stuff. Remember, I'm a delicate girl, guys. Despite the complaints and the sore muscles, she couldn't help but smile. Though it was her 3rd year as a teacher at Heels on High, it was the first time she was in charge of a class. The cosplay cafe was a simple idea, but she wanted it to be a success. But above that, she wanted her students to have fun. They might have complained about the work, but I know they miss it once they graduate. I still remember my high school festivals. As Kitty remembered, something caught her attention in the park that she used as a shortcut. There was a bald man and a blonde woman. There was a bald man and a blonde woman making out. He looked like the typical salary man who had just been through all the bars in the area. She seemed the same, but The only difference was her dark blue short dress instead of a suit. I like drinking, but that's a little too much. Wow. And they should go to a love hotel instead of making out in the open, Kaden thought, ignoring them. When they got louder, she could no longer ignore and look at them. What? Oh gosh. Then she noticed the man was trying to kiss the woman who was trying to dismiss him. Oh no! Reject him without being rude. Without thinking twice, Kitty made her way towards them. Oh yeah, get the guy away from her. There you are, she said as loud as she could without screaming, waving at the woman. Oh, I know what she's gonna do. She grabbed the woman by the wrist with a smile plastered on her face. I've been looking for you. You know, Mari-san? You know, Mari-san? The man asked, glaring at her. Because of the booze, he couldn't keep still, swaying slightly. Thanks for telling me her name. Ah, yes, Mari called me to pick her up because she had a little too much to drink, Kirin said, pulling the woman away from him. Then she bowed to him. Thanks for taking care of her until I got here. Come on, Mari, let's go home. Yes, the woman shouted, beaming, her cheeks red because of the alcohol. As she let Kirin lead, she waved at the salaryman. Bye-bye, hope I'll see you again at the club. Why would you do it just after he, like, forced himself on you? Okay. When they left the park and the confused... Oh, wait, she was, like, being polite, I guess. Okay. When they left the park and the confused-looking man behind, Kirin let go of her. I don't think he'll come after you. Thanks for saving me. Mari almost shouted in the same drunken happy voice. Oh god, I need to shout. He's a good client, but when he drinks too much, he always tries me to get in bed. Client? I work at a hostess club. Is it one of those places where younger men pay to drink with pretty ladies? Ah, yes! I see. I thought those only existed in movies. Kirin thought. Then she noticed Mari was smiling at her in a strange way. What? You call me pretty. But you are. Kirin mumbled, blushing. Oh, why am I blushing like high school girl? Guess I'm spending too much time with them. Oh no! Anyway, please be careful on your way home, she said a little louder than necessary to hide her embarrassment. Oh, okay. Bye-bye. Mari waved at her. Can you get home? My home is nearby. Oh, okay then. Kirin turned around and had barely taken 5 steps when she heard the sound of someone tripping behind her. When she looked back, she saw the drunken woman using the wall of the store to support herself. She tried to walk again but tripped and almost fell. Kirin watched for a couple of seconds before letting out a heavy sigh. She walked back to the woman and turned her back to her. I'll carry you. Mari looked confused, as if she was drinking. Wow, I can't speak. Mari looked confused, as if the alcohol was making her take longer to understand. Then she beamed and climbed on Kirin's back, wrapping her arms around the teacher's neck. Oh, you're my knight. Sure. My back is gonna kill me tomorrow. And I'm still young. Hey. Please don't speak so much. You reek of alcohol. That's rude. What kind of knight would say that to his princess? Mari protested, pouting and waving one arm. Hey, don't move too much. Kirin complained as she struggled to keep standing. And who says I'm a knight? Actually, who says you're a princess? I doubt the princess would get this drunk. You're thinking of all-time princesses. Mari's blonde hair swayed as she shook her head. Then she leaned closer and whispered into the teacher's ear. I'm a modern princess. Or should I whisper that? I'm a modern princess. Ooh. Hi, welcome, Leslie. A shiver ran throughout Kirin's body. Yeah, whatever. Just tell me where you live so I can take you home. Okay, yeah. Who's the princess and who's the knight here? Pan the princess. Nah. Ah. I hope it's close, she muttered under her breath. Oh, I hope it's close. No! Maddie said in a determined and somewhat childish voice. Why? Because my mom taught me I shouldn't tell strangers where I live. Kitten stood still for a moment, then she sighed. That's good and all, but right now I am trying to take you home. No! Fine! Kitten gave up. She was too tired to argue with a drunkard. Then I'll take you to my home. You can rest until you're good enough to go home on your own. Is that okay? Yes! Maddie said in the same childish voice. So you won't tell me where you live because I'm a stranger, but you'll go to my home? Kitty muttered with a snort. Didn't your mom teach you to not go with strangers? Yes, and also not to accept candy, Maddie completed. But you're my knight, and I know you won't do anything lewd to me. Lewd? We're both women. Oh. In a lewd? We're both women, Keenan said in a low voice, her cheeks reddening slightly. Did she realize? No, there's no way. That doesn't matter. A woman can love another just like a man can love another. Wow, she whispered. Her voice suddenly sharp and didn't sound drunk at all. But I can tell you want to take advantage of me. I see. Oh, was all Keenan said. She should have used that intuition to avoid the salary man. There was no more conversation until they reached Kitty's apartment complex. Part of that was because Maddie fell asleep, though she mumbled a couple of times. Then woke agitated. What's wrong? Keenan asked, struggling to keep standing while Maddie pointed at the apartment complex. You're a stalker! She shouted suddenly. Why? Because this is where I live! Apartment 104! Maddie exclaimed. You couldn't know that unless you're stalking me! A knight stalking his princess! You live here too? Kitten didn't hide her surprise. And you're my next door neighbor? That was how Kitten found out that Maddie, her future wife, lived by her side. They should just make I mean, the walls are already thin. They should just drill or make a big hole in the wall, get a door. Yuri next door. Just get a door and have a bigger house. Future wife. Tea cold. I had 2 cups. I had 1 cup of lemon tea, and then I had another cup of black coffee, which I hate. But I was tired. And I also just have another water bottle, but this tea is cold, getting cold, so give me a moment. And they were roommates. Oh my goodness. And they were room neighbors. Oh my goodness, they were neighbors. Maybe I should have a voice for I can do a lower voice. No. It's too hard. Nope. Oh my god, they were roommates. So it's not it's so funny to me. I have to go. It's really cozy. Thank you for being here, Kramer. If you want to continue to read the story, even after you leave or you actually don't want to listen to me reading it and just want to read it yourself, I put the link in the description. So you can check it out there too. Okay, wake up. Kiden was in that state between waking up and still sleeping. Oh, do you guys get that sometimes? I get like hallucinations, or I just think about the weirdest shit, especially after just rambling. I had that like a few days ago after playing so much Resident Evil. I was like playing it in my sleep. Oh, sorry, I really need to get a better pop filter. I was playing it in my sleep, and my cat woke me up because he wanted to cuddle. And I was in this half-asleep Resident Evil cat petting, half-awake stage. And you just get these weird thoughts like, no, I can't pet you yet, or something. I was thinking, it's like, oh no, I can't pet my cat yet because I haven't beaten the game. It made no sense. Anyway. It's weird. She tried to remain in dreamland. There was a comfortable warmth embracing her she didn't want to part with. Oh, it wasn't only that. Her head was resting on the best pillow she ever had. So fluffy, she thought, getting closer to waking up. No, I don't want to wake up. Oh no. Kinen held onto the pillow. Then she realized instead of fluffy, it was bouncing? Boing? The curiosity... Oh, no, no, no! Oh yeah, okay. Please look before you touch more. The curiosity was too much. She slowly opened her eyes, and she found herself facing an ample and bare bosom. Booba! She blinked in confusion a couple of times. Then she flashed a dreamy smile and laid on them again. I must still be dreaming, she thought, getting as comfortable as she could. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Ana, Ana, said a sleepy voice. Kiden opened her eyes again, now completely awake, and raised her head slowly. The bosom she was using as a pillow belonged to a gorgeous blonde woman who was embracing her. Good morning, Night-san, she said in the same sleepy voice, a matching smile on her lips. Kiden opened and closed her mouth several times, trying hard to say something. Ana redeem. There are no redeems on YouTube! Hey. However, even though her mind was awakened, it wasn't working properly. Oh yeah, that's a big mood. Bye Symphony, I hope you're okay. Did I sleep with a strange woman? No, I've never done that. Besides, neither of us is naked, I think. At least, I'm not. But how did we end up like this? Ana, did my knight forget about her princess? Those words stir something in Kiden's panicked mind. Ah! The drunken woman from yesterday! Yes, she smiled but then pouted. But I'm not the drunk woman. I have a cute name, and it's Muddy. Right, Kiden said, distractedly. She was trying to remember what happened after she brought the woman to the apartment complex, wondering how they ended up in the same bed. Oh. I left her at the front door, but then I realized she had forgotten her keys. I felt pity and invited her to my apartment, she remembered. I'm so weak for crying, girls. But at least I know we didn't sleep together. Well, you weren't drunk, so I guess. Yuria drunk. Okay, so Who's really what character here? It switches up every time. Chat. Part of her was glad nothing had happened. She wasn't the type of woman who would simply sleep with a stranger. However, there was a small part of her, the part that was still feeling the ample bosom, that regretted. Good morning, Kitten said. Could you please let me go? I need to get ready for work. It took a while, but Mari finally realized her arms were wrapped around the teacher. She flashed another dreamy smile. Sorry about this. When my daughter has a bad dream, I sleep with her like this. I see. Kitten barely heard. Can't resist an ample bosom, huh? As Muddy spoke, the chest went up and down, and she was distracted by it. They're so big and beautiful. Kinen is Yuria, Mari is SERU. Well, neither of us... Okay. Oh, this actually came up. Okay, I'll talk about this after chapter. Mari seemed to have noticed because she flashed a smile similar to a kid who found something to tease. Instead of releasing... Oh, what a tease! She brought Kinen closer, pressing the teacher against her breasts. What are you doing? Kinen became an alarming shade of red. She wanted to free herself, but at the same time, she didn't want to. Those breasts were too comfortable. Well, you seem to enjoy them so much, I couldn't help it, Mari said in a mischievous voice. She was too flustered to form a coherent sentence. I need to get ready for work! She managed to shout despite the bliss of and embarrassment. No fun, Mari pouted. Despite that, she let go of Kinen. Still flustered, Kinen got out of bed as fast as she could. Though she tried to focus enough to figure out what to do next, she was distracted by Mari, who was stretching and yawning. Oh god! The sheet sliding off her, exposing her bare bosom once again. Mari is thirsty? No, she just has no shame, because it's like her job, right? Due to teacher's luck, her stomach growled and she went to the kitchen. She opened the fridge and took out a pre-made meal. But before she could turn on the microwave... Oh! Yabai! Mari appeared behind her. That's not your breakfast, is it? Yeah? Well, why? Kinen stopped out of reflex. You can't eat that. You need a healthy meal to start the day. Mari sounded like a mother lecturing her kid after catching them eating snacks before dinner. Kinen, once again, barely heard. She was having trouble looking Mari in the eyes. Those breasts... Jeez. Seemed to be calling her. I normally cook, but today I have to go early to school. It's the festival today. Mari beamed. A school festival? It's been ages since I went to one. They were so fun. You're invited to come. It's open to public, Kinen said, though she had no idea why. Really? Yay! Since today is an important date, let me make something for you. You don't have to. I know, but it's my way to say thanks to my night son after helping me yesterday for inviting me. Kinen blushed, but before she could say anything else, Mari picked up the apron and put it on? Picked up the apron and put it on. The sight of the woman wearing nothing but red underwear and the... Oh gosh! How dense are you, Mari? Don't you realize? Like, even if it's just like... If it's just like two women and they were both like straight, I guess. This is not normal. She knows she's hot. Mm-hmm. Thanks, she said after she recovered, blushing even more. When Muddy smiled at her, her heart thumping faster. You're welcome. Oh. Ah. Oh. Are you guys both going to like the festival together? Hmm. Interesting. Okay. Next drink. I have an apple too. Let me take a bite. Well, it's still a bit sour. All right. Okay. What are you going to say about SERU? Okay, so someone posted this clip, right? Remember when I was playing Resident Evil and I was talking about Jail's weird boob physics? And SERU said, Yuria has a chest? And I was like, okay, well, what about you then? And she said, okay, well, it's fine. I'm covered. So I told her to take it off. But she said no. Pain. And then the conversation pretty much ended. Flat fight. Well, apparently she isn't. She just has a lot of layers on top. And she wouldn't show me. Maybe later. Anyway. Music stopped? What happened? Oh. It's YouTube telling me. Are you still watching? Yes. So rude. Okay, I'm gonna continue reading. Are you okay, Kiden-sensei? Asked one of the students. What? Yes, she answered, slightly flustered. She still hadn't recovered from this morning surprise. Sure was a morning surprise. Hi, Matthias, welcome! It had been a while since she woke embraced by a naked woman. Though she knew she wasn't doing a good job at hiding it, she still pretended there was nothing wrong. Why? You seem flustered and tired, the class president said. Do I? Guess I'm just as excited as the students. Huh. You can sleep? Are you an elementary student before a class trip? Kiden let out an awkward laugh. Haha, this is my first festival as a teacher in charge of a class. I couldn't help it. The girl let out a low chuckle. You seem more like a student than the rest of us, Sensei, she said, smiling. Yeah, I guess. I can't tell her I was blushing like a teenage girl before her first love. All because of Mari and her bosom. Oh yeah, that's a big mood. Just randomly thinking about booba and you get flustered. No! Chad, why are you so mean? Though she tried her best to avoid remembering the unbelievable scene that happened in her kitchen less than an hour ago, she failed, and her cheeks turned slightly red. To her luck, someone needing help with the costumes called the class president. When Keaton called down, she looked around the class. She couldn't help but enjoy seeing all the students working on the final touches for the cosplay cafe. Everybody ready? The president asked everyone when they finished all the preparations. Yes! The students replied in unison. Since you don't need me, I'll check the other classes, Keaton said, leaving after the students said okay to her. As she walked around the corridor, the PA system chimed with the bell, followed by a voice. The Yosan High School Festival will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As the broadcast did the countdown, Keaton heard all the students doing it too. In her mind, she did the same, beaming when the festival officially started. If before the excitement was almost palpable? Palpable. What does that mean? Please explain me. Now you could breathe it. Even those students who didn't like this kind of event couldn't help but crack reluctant smiles. Everyone was affected by the atmosphere. As the family members of the students and guests kept coming into school, Keaton walked around, making sure there was no trouble. My night son! A voice exclaimed. Before the teacher turned around, someone jumped on her back, hugging her. As promised, I'm here! Oh no! Palpable is what you can feel with your... Thank you! Let me zoom in a little bit more, actually. Oh no, I'm chopping off. Oh, bigger. Big. Okay. Hey, Mari-san! Oh. Low voice. Okay, well, hoping it wouldn't attract too much attention. Her hopes were crushed immediately. Not only had Mari shouted, seeing a gorgeous blonde woman jumping on another like that attracted people's eyes no matter what. No. Glad you made it, she finished, doing her best not to blush as she felt the bosom pressing on her back. So bouncy. Boing boing. Of course I made it. You invited me. Mari stopped hugging her from behind and walked to her side. Beaming, she locked arms with her. Please show me around. Keaton wanted to say that wasn't appropriate since this was her workplace, and especially since they just met the other day. However, under that smile, her mind went hazy. Yes. Oh, which is your class? It's second year class C. Keaton managed to say despite her embarrassment. Even though Mari wasn't wearing anything as flashy as the short blue dress that showed too much cleavage like yesterday, she was still attracting too much attention in a white sundress. It can't be helped. She's beautiful. Keaton couldn't help but think. She looks so pure. Just like an angel. Oh. When they got to her class, the place was almost full. Glad everything seems to be going well. A table for two. One of the students who was working as a waiter trailed off when he looked at Mari. Though he wore a white military costume, he looked nothing like it. As he gawked at her. You look like me when I woke up this morning. Keaton thought with a wry smile. Yes, please. Mari said, smiling at the boy, who finally seemed to wake up when he felt a pair of eyes on his back. It was his girlfriend. Oh no. As they got to their table, Keaton couldn't help but smile as the boy handed them their menu while silently apologizing to his girlfriend, who looked mad. With her police costume, she looked as if she would arrest him and throw away the key. Oh no! I mean, it's valid, right? You like, if someone's pretty, you can look at them. Doesn't mean you have bad intentions. This looks so organized, Maddie said in surprise as she looked at the menu and made her order. One of the students' family runs a cafe, Keenan explained as the boy went away. He helped us create the menu. Oh, and the costumes? They too look well made. Everyone helped. Keenan fidgeted, her cheeks a slight shade of red. There's a special service here. If the clients want to, they can dress up and take a picture. Oh, there's some weird background noise. A second later, she became an alarming shade of red and looked down. Why did I tell her that? It seems like I want to take a picture with her. Let me lower it a little bit. Yeah, voice samples are great. Okay. Huh, that sounds fun! Mari exclaimed. Can we take a photo together? I'm not sure. Please? Yes. After they had their tea and cupcakes, they asked for the special service. The special service, huh? Kenan looked at the clothes, wondering how she... Hi, my name is Kenan. I'm X years old, and you're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Before she could choose anything... Ah, this would look perfect for my night son, Maria exclaimed. Or better yet, my samurai son, she said, beaming. It was a simple outfit that resembled from the Edo era. Resembled a samurai from the Edo era. Ooh, before Kirin could say anything, she picked something for herself. I'll be the young maid serving my master. I'm serving my master. Mari picked an outfit of a maid from the Taisho era. As they changed into their costumes... Oh, is that a typo? Kirin's heart thumped way too fast. I practically saw her practically naked. But now I imagine her undressing. I'm having lewd thoughts. Oh no, girl. What a mood. What a mood. After a moment, they were both ready for the photos. Mari hugged Kirin's arm, who could feel the breasts, and became red. Cheese! She exclaimed. Cheese, Kirin mumbled in an embarrassing tone. Despite that, she was smiling too. Sensei, you can keep the maid outfit during the festival. You look good in it, the class president said. Mari-san can keep hers too. But the customers might... It's okay, we got more, she said with a mysterious smile. Mari beamed and hugged Kirin's arm tighter. Please lead me around the festival, my samurai-san. Yes. It was all she could say, her heart thumping faster. Oh. The bonk can't save us at this point. Nope. She really can't. Here, Mari said with a huge smile, as if offering the last takoyaki to Kirin made her the happiest woman on earth. Though she was completely embarrassed about being fed by another woman in the school she worked, she still leaned closer and aided. I can't believe she's acting like we've been friends for ages. We only met yesterday, Kirin thought, her cheeks red as she chewed. Oh man, I want some takoyaki. It's been a while. Yeah. Despite what she was thinking, for some reason she couldn't say no to Mari. It must be because I'm an idiot and she's beautiful. But even if Mari-san acts like this, I doubt she's like me. She must be one of those women who are simply friendly for no reason. If she was like me... Ada, everyone seems to be looking at us, Mari said as they walked around the school enjoying the festival. You only now noticed? And it's not us, it's you! They're looking at you because you're an amazing looking woman who's dressed as a maid! To be honest, walking with someone like you is one of my stupid teenage dreams! Though she thought all of that, Kitty made sure none of it appeared across her face. It must be because of you! She exclaimed, smiling again. You look too handsome like this. As expected of my samurai-san. After they had left the class in costumes, Mari had found a way to tie Kinen's short black hair into a ponytail. According to her, it gave the teacher more of a samurai look. And with her students' reactions and comments, she appeared to be right. It's not because of me, Kinen said in a low voice. They're looking at you because you're too beautiful. Mari blushed, beamed, and hugged the teacher's arm with both of hers. Oh gosh. My samurai-san knows how to treat a woman. Let's check out the rest of the festival, Kirin said louder than necessary to mask her embarrassment. She needs to understand the concept of personal space, she thought. Despite that, she made no effort to push the woman clinging to her. As they checked out the food and the game stalls, haunted houses, and a few more shows the students had put up, Kirin couldn't help but forget her embarrassment and enjoyed everything. It wasn't only the festival atmosphere, even something quiet like watching the art club exhibition was interesting with Mari. She made everything fun, either with her comments or by simply smiling. Yuria, are you wishing you were... No? No? Time to become a PE teacher and hope I find a drunk hostess somewhere. Hesitation is defeat, guys. True samurai. Thank you, Ishin, for these wise words. I hesitated, so I guess I'll die. Anyway. If only she was like me, I'd be falling head over heels for her. But I won't go after another straight woman. I can't go through that again, Kinin thought. Even though she didn't want to remember, she couldn't stop as the unpleasant memories came back to her. Excuse me, shouted a student almost running down the corridor. Before Kinin could raise her head to see what it was, she was pulled to the side, giving room so the boys carrying all the bags could pass. After they were gone, she understood what happened. Mari had stepped to the side and pulled her. Oh, and she was now hugging her. Thanks, she said, her face warming up. Could you please let me go now? Not yet. What? Why? Because you look like you needed this. Oh, that's so sweet! Mari said with a gentle smile, hugging her a little tighter. Kirin said nothing, averting her eyes. Oh, she's so kind, it's unfair. Is this Animal Crossing? I'm gonna end up falling for her even if she's straight. You don't know! You have to ask! Stop with the assumptions. After Mari released her, they checked out more classes and clubs, including a show by a few bands and the play by theater club. That was wonderful, don't you agree? Mari asked as they left the gym. I didn't expect the students to be so good. Yes, the club's president wants to be a professional actor. He's been working hard ever since his first year and even got a few minor roles. He had to miss a few of my classes because of it, but I didn't mind. What? Kirin stopped talking and asked, huh? And asked under Mari's strange smile. The students were good, but you're amazing too. Why? Why? Because you know their dreams. That's what any decent teacher would do. No, Mari said firmly, looking her in the eyes. These students are lucky to have a teacher who cares. If I had a teacher like you back when I was in high school, maybe things would have turned out different. Not that I have any regrets. I love my daughter and would never imagine my life without her. Kirin had no idea what to say. She had no idea how to react. If Mari had said or done something cute or that attracted attention, she would simply blush. But an honest comment like that was unexpected. To her luck, she was spared of coming up with something to say. As they walked, they ended up behind the gym. Let's meet up behind the gym where there was nobody. Whoa! Oh, but two girls dressed as maids who didn't. Oh, they're gonna confess behind the gym. Who didn't seem to notice them. Hi, Mix, welcome! I'm reading Yuri Next Door. Reading a Yuri story. The sacred place behind the gym. I like you, one of the girls said, her face an alarming shade of red. The other girl looked too surprised to say anything. She simply stood there under the trees, the wind blowing gently, the sun setting, creating a beautiful and perfect mood and place for a love confession. The moment they heard that, Kitten moved back out of sight, pulling Mari by the hand. Oh my, a confession! She exclaimed in an excited whisper, sneaking a peek. We should watch. It's a private moment between them, Keenan said in a hushed voice, but she couldn't take her eyes off them. I like you too, the other girl whispered, the wind carrying her barely audible response. Kitten blushed, but she couldn't help but smile. It reminds me of the first time I confessed to a girl. Glad it didn't end like mine. A happy ending! Mari sounded so excited. It seemed as if she was the one receiving the confession. But they're two girls. Don't you think it's strange? Kitten replied before she could stop herself. What am I saying? Me? Of all people? It doesn't matter if they're two girls or two cross-dressing boys. Love is love. Mari flashed her warmest smile, looking her in the eyes. In this world we live in, finding someone you love, no matter who, is something to be cherished. Something... Wait... is too loud. Next. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Kitten became an alarming shade of red and looked back at the couple. Both girls looked as if they could die of embarrassment at any moment. The one who confessed, however, seemed to muster up all her courage and leaned closer. Oh, they're gonna kiss! She closed her eyes and kissed her. Let's leave. They deserve a moment for themselves. The sun had set by the time they were back at the track fields, where the bonfire was being lit. This indicated that the first day of the Hyosan School Festival was ending. Mari and Kitten said nothing as they watched the fire consume the wood and illuminate the night brighter than the lights from the building. As the students began the traditional dance, Mari looked at Kitten and offered her hand. With her face burning, the teacher accepted, and they danced just like the student. Ha! Very wholesome. Hi, welcome, Jake. Let me drink something. Oh my gosh. I screwed the lid back on too tight. I'm weak. How the heck do I open this? It's just a water bottle. Are you for real? Oh, I got it open. You can hear it. Vacuum seemed waddle the night. I opened it! I'm very strong. Okay. I put it on too tight. I'm already a knight. You can't take this from me. Strong as bottle. Water bottle harder than Mother Miranda, huh? Well, I need to turn on. It's getting dark here. I need to turn on more lights. Oh, I think it's fine for now. I have a small light here. Very cozy. Let me drink more. Ugh. Not as strong as a kneecap. Oh, pain. I don't want to do that ever again. It's a trigger mashing. Okay. To another successful school festival. Solika said above the noise from the restaurant, raising her glass and turning around so the teachers could see. Cheers! Oh, let me do a cling cling. Cheers. Haha. How's your wrist? It's fine now. It's fine. Good thing I didn't turn on adaptive triggers. That would have made my arm a lot more tired, probably. Cheers! Kidding. Cheers! Kidding, along with her colleagues, shouted. Then she brought the beer to her mouth and took a generous gulp. Though it wasn't close to Sawako, who drank half... Oh well. Easy, who drank half all at once. Chug it, kidding. You're literally named after a beer. It's like a beer brand, right, Kimi? Don't drink so fast, Sawako. We just started, said Yuto. You're not my wife, Yuto, she said, drinking the rest, then asking for another, and pointing to another table. Your husband's right over there. Go keep his booze in check instead of mine. Because the Yozan teachers were a large group, the restaurant they chose didn't have a table big enough for all of them without the reservation, so they had to occupy a few small tables. Though Kitten didn't know if it was a coincidence or not, huh? They were the LGBT table. They're open about who they are, but I'm not yet. I hope sitting with them won't start strange rumors. But, like, who cares, dude? But after spending the rest of the day with Mari-san yesterday, I bet there might be a feel already, she thought. Not coincidence. The idea was so overwhelming that she finished the beer and asked for another as well. Yeah, there you go. I don't want to hear about him, Yuto said, pouting and focusing on his drink. Sawako grinned and poked him on the cheek. Ow. I can't believe you're mad at him for reminding you of your diet. Weren't you the one who asked him to keep you from overeating at the festival? He was doing you a favor. I mean, it's a special day. Just eat a lot. It's the way he said it, he complained, flustering. And how about you and Rin? We're doing fine, thank you. Sawako said louder than necessary, grabbing the beer the waiter brought and taking a generous gulp. Kiden took hers too, but only sipped this time. Sip, sip. Sip, sip. Oh no. Then why are you mad at her again? Then why are you mad at her again? He muttered the last part under his breath. I'm not! Why would I be mad at her for ditching me in the middle of the festival? Oh... It's not like she went drinking. She had to go work. Aren't you used to this? The two have been together for over 10 years now. I know she went to work. It's just... Sawako didn't know what to say and took another gulp. You felt jealous seeing a bunch of couples being a lovey-dovey, didn't you? Shut up. Just don't take it out on your students again. This time Yuto didn't mutter the last part. Oh, again. Again. Well, what do you mean? Kiden asked. You don't know? Sometimes when she fights with Rin, she takes it out on her students by giving them a hard surprise test or something like that. Wow, worst teacher. I remember that. Sawako-sensei did it to us in my first year. Kiden explained a bit too loud. I was already nervous because my family had moved from another town and I didn't know anyone. Then in my first month of high school, I got a 0. I cried back then. See, Sawako, you traumatized her. The math teacher averted her eyes and finished the drink, asking for another. I didn't use those grades anyway, so it didn't matter. Still, it was my first 0 ever. I thought my school career was over and then that 0 would follow me forever. Though Kiden was shocked back then, now she could laugh. I can't believe it was because you fought with your girlfriend. The rumor back then was that your boyfriend had cheated on you. Students can be so stupid sometimes, Sawako muttered. But they can be cute too. Oh no. Okay, I guess they can be cute. Yuto smiled and finished his first beer. Yeah, you know. Oh, what? Oh, yabai! You married one. What? Kiden shouted, attracting the stares of the closest to them. Oh, stop spreading lies, Saga! Yuto complained through gritted chin. Now Karen will think that's true. Okay, it didn't actually happen. Oh, wait, what? Whoop. I'm not lying. Seiji used to be your student, wasn't he? Oh, go. I guess you get a 0 when you do everything wrong? Guess I would like still end up as a 1, not even a 0. Like 1 is the lowest. But we never did anything that crossed the line when we were student and teacher. Really? Cross-dressing and going to his sister's wedding as his date wasn't the crossing the line? You did that? Kidding asked. What? Ha! Yuta became an alarming shade of red. Technically, but nothing What the fuck? Ha! Ha! That's so weird! Ha! Okay. Kiden turned around. A couple of tables away from them, Seiji, Yuto's husband, was drinking with Dan, the history teacher. What the heck? Back then, I had no idea they were a couple. Kiden thought, sipping her beer, before she realized, she finished and asked for another. When you get all red like this, it's hard to believe, Sawako teased him. Shut up. You two are so lucky to be open about who you love. Kiden muttered before she could stop herself. The alcohol was starting to take effect, but she couldn't seem to stop herself. Yuto and Sawako exchanged looks and turned to her with sympathetic smiles. You can call it luck, but we had a lot of troubles when we came out, Sawako said. There were a lot of people whispering behind our backs, and not only the students. Yeah, it was hard, but after we did it, we felt better, Yuto added. Hope one day I'll get there. I hope one day I'll get there with someone. The image of a smiling Mari crossed Kirin's mind, and her cheeks went a shade of red that had nothing to do with the alcohol. Ha, booba. Salako Yuto exchanged looks again. Are you thinking about the woman you spent time with at the festival with yesterday? He asked. She was gorgeous. Are you two dating? Kitty widened her eyes and became flustered. No. We literally just met a couple of days ago. And yet you can't stop thinking about her, Sawako teased. Are you gonna ask her out? No, I don't know her. I don't know if she's like, you know, like us. You'll never know until you ask, Yuto said. Easy for you to say. You married your first boyfriend, Sawako muttered, grinning. Weren't you the same with Rin? Hell yeah! You two are too lucky, Kirin said. Then she turned over her beer and asked for another. Let's not talk about my love life. We're here to celebrate another successful festival. You're right. Sawako drank the rest of hers and asked for another. As the next beer came, she drank more. Let me just say one more thing, Kirin. The woman was stunning. I want to mate like her too. Well, why don't you just ask Rin to dress up for you? She's not into cosplay, you know. Not so loud. Is it Yuto? There are some name typos, like this is Karin. Is she Karen? Not so loud. He covered her mouth, looking around. I knew it was a bad idea for you to that name. Huh? What is she taking? Kirin asked. Nothing. Sawako's drunk as usual, Yuto said. I'm not drunk yet. If I was, I'd be talking about your teacher. Ooh, about your teacher fetish. Ha! You have a fetish like that? Kirin turned to him. Ha! No, Sawako, shut up! He used to say, Seiji, please call me teacher, and act like a harsh teacher punishing a bad student. Oh no. Oh no. As Yuto became an alarming shade of red, Kirin couldn't help but laugh. Glad she had friends she could share that part of her life with. Interesting. Okay, give me a second. I have to turn on some lights. Let me do my disappearing trick. Boom. I have returned! Ha! Okay. Boop. Boop. How many... Okay. Okay. Let me take a bite of my apple. Welcome back, thank you! This is still... Oh. Yeah, it is an original song by someone. I was like, wait. Is this... Are you sure this is... like... free? Oh, I guess it is. You'll read everything in the stream? I don't know how... if it's too long. I mean... Well, I think I can do that. Well, wow. We shall see how long it takes. I'll play some more. Very tasty. Okay. Mm. It's a good apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Unless you are... I'll stop eating apples if you're a nice-looking doctor with big booba. Which type of apple? I don't know. A red apple? Red apple? I need to get some bamboo to crunch on too. Okay. Exactly. Big booba Dr. VTuber soon. I'll never eat an apple on stream again. If she DMs, I hope she DMs me. I'll post about being sick. Anyway, let's move on. Before I get bonked again. The birch... Wow. That piece of apple went into the wrong hole. The birch chirped happily and the sun shone brightly without any clouds to block its light. Even if you weren't a morning person, no one could deny that it was a beautiful Sunday morning. But that was for those who weren't hungover. When the sunlight passed through the window and shone on Kieran's face, she winced and tried to cover her eyes. You need to get one of those things that make your room dark. She didn't want to wake up. Not yet. But there was nothing she could do. Not when her head hurt and her throat was dry. I need water. Oh! Oh my god. Why again? Tarzina, thank you. You're so sweet. No, not like a curtain. I have one of those things that you can slide down and it gets like completely dark. I can't see anything. Anyway. She wanted to get out of bed and go to the kitchen to satisfy her thirst, but her body was too sluggish and her head was throbbing. She didn't do anything other than remain still. That's why you should have like water bottle next to your bed. However, even if she ignored her thirst, she wouldn't fall asleep again because she was thirsty. And she had no idea how much time had passed. But when she finally managed to sit up on the bed... But that was it. The simple act was both painful and exhausting. She didn't have enough strength to get up. I'm never drinking that much again. That's what they always say. That's what they always say. As Kitten waited until she had enough strength, there was a knock on the door. Though it was soft and distant, it still seemed too loud to her. It's like they're banging on the door, she thought, rubbing her temples. I'm gonna ignore it. I can't talk to anyone right now. That is what she wanted, but whoever was standing on the other side of the door knocked again. This time it was louder and somehow chirpier. How can you knock like chirpy? Are you feeling alright? The person asked. Though Keenan met the woman a couple of days ago, she recognized that lovely voice. It belonged to Mari, her neighbor. I'm not. Keenan said in a rough voice. Her throat was too dry. If you could, please come back later. Before she's finished speaking, the door opened and Mari came in with a bright smile. Oh, don't you have like a lock on your door? I suspected you weren't feeling alright after last night. She had a glass in her hand and... Oh, she came prepared. Sorry to impose and come in like this, but I was worried about you. Here, drink this. It's another beer. What is it? Even though it hurt to speak, Kiden had to ask. Oh, the green liquid had a funny smell that made her feel slightly sicker. Just drink it, it'll make you feel better. The teacher looked at the drink and then at the neighbor's smile. Despite the hangover, she couldn't help but blush. How can I say no to such a gorgeous woman like her? It's not fair. Closing her eyes, she took a sip and winced. As she thought, the drink tasted as bad as it looked. Ah, it's bad! I know that, but it helps! Mari sounded like a mother telling her kid to drink a medicine. Kitten winced as she took another sip. Bigger one this time. It tasted just as bad as the first time, but her throat was thankful for the liquid. Ah, good girl. Mari said, smiling and patting the teacher on the head. Feeling better? Kitten blushed again and averted her eyes. Though it tasted bad, she kept drinking to hide her embarrassment. But as she drank, her head didn't throb as much. Ooh. A little, she mumbled. How did you know I had a hangover? Mighty looked at her with a puzzled expression. You don't remember? The last thing I remember is drinking too much with my friends. I know, you said. I did? When? You got home around the same time I was getting back from work. You seemed even drunker than me when we met. Kaylin looked everywhere but her gorgeous neighbor, drinking more of the disgusting drink. I didn't say or do anything weird, did I? I was talking about her with Sawako and Yuto. If my drunken mouth said something unnecessary. Bye, Mix. Good luck at work tomorrow. I hear Stranger Things. I was talking about her. Oh yeah. Marty flashed a mysterious smile. I wouldn't call it weird. In fact, it was the opposite. Kitten choked. What did I do? What happened? She asked, cleaning the green liquid from her mouth with the back of her hand. Marty blushed and placed her hands on her cheeks, looking away. You called me pretty and kissed me on the cheek. Oh, baby. Kitten widened her eyes. Oh, that's not that bad. I can't believe I did that. I'm stupid and talkative drunk. Sorry for that, she said in a casual voice, hoping it was enough to mask her feelings. Don't be. I'm called pretty a lot of times, but it's been a while since I was kissed. Mighty seemed as if she was embarrassed and not making fun of the teacher. I see. Kitten had no idea what to say. Are you feeling better? Mighty changed the subject suddenly. The teacher blinked. Despite her embarrassment, her head didn't throb as much as she could move. Though, what? Not as fast as usual. Yeah, I do. Thanks, she mumbled. Wonderful, Marty beamed. Now, let me cook a delicious breakfast for you. You don't have to. You already did a lot. I know, but I'm feeling lonely since my daughter will... only be back later. I want to take care of someone. Kitten became quiet, drinking the rest of the drink. Having a gorgeous Oni-san taking care of me is one of my dreams. Thanks. When Mari beamed, the teacher blushed as she watched as her neighbor put on an apron over her clothes and started cooking. She's too good to be true. She really is. Imagine just like having like, oh, I'm gonna cook this for dinner tonight, and then she uses it for breakfast. You're using my ingredients. Sensei, who was the woman you were with during the first day of the festival? She was really pretty, one student said. I'd never thought you have a foreigner friend, another said. No, Mari isn't a foreigner, Kitten answered. She had lost count how many times she had answered questions like that. Eh? That blonde beauty is Japanese? Yes. Is it that surprising that I know someone as beautiful as Mari? I mean, we just met the other day, and I might not have the same assets as she has, but it's like the students think I'm a loner or something. like that. I should tell them the truth. I was never popular back in high school or college, but I had friends and even had a girlfriend, Kenny thought, exhausted as she lay her head on the desk in the teacher's lounge. At least no one's talking about Mari being my lover or anything like that. But that's expected, I guess. Most straight people wouldn't think two women are even dating, even if they're holding hands or something. Keaton let out a heavy sigh. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm not ready to be open to everyone, and it's not like I like Mari. Are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, I did have that dream where she was my wife last night. Are you absolutely sure? Mm-hmm. The memory of the dream was enough to make her blush and smile. Even so, she was glad that it was one of the dreams she didn't forget when she woke up. I only had a dream because she was cooking for me yesterday, and then we spent almost the entire day just talking. And then I met her daughter, Ray, and the three of us had dinner together. That's the only reason I had the dream last night. It's how I dream my future family will be. That's why I dreamed about her. She's not a lesbian. I promised myself I wouldn't go after another straight woman. I can't go through that again. After Kaden had broken up with her first girlfriend, she had fallen for a woman. But just like her first love, things didn't end well. As she mulled over her thoughts, Kaden didn't hear a colleague calling her. Oh, Hanada! The teacher almost screamed. What? She raised her head, alarmed, looking around. A student's calling you, he said, indicating to the door. Yeah, thanks, she said, getting up from her chair. Yes? The student was a nervous-looking third-year boy. He opened his mouth, but before he spoke, he glanced around. A few students were passing behind him, and he said nothing. When they were gone, he looked inside the teacher's lounge, eyeing the teachers who were close by. How about we go to a quieter place, Kirin suggested. The student said nothing, only nodding. They looked for and found an empty classroom at the end of the corridor. Kirin said nothing, waiting until the boy took initiative. It's obvious he has something bothering him, but if I press him, he might shut down. Best if I give him some time. But why me? It might have something to do with Marty. He never seemed eager during my classes, and we've never really talked outside of it. Sensei! He finally spoke, not looking the teacher in the eyes. His voice was low. It was hard to hear. Yes? That woman you were with during the festival... Was she your girlfriend? Why would you ask like this? What are kids? He asked, closing his eyes, his fist trembling slightly. Keaton didn't blush, nor did she become nervous. There was no way. She couldn't. Because she could tell her student wasn't just asking out of curiosity. Blah. He was a kid who needed to hear an honest answer. No, she's not my girlfriend. Mari-san is a friend. Actually, my neighbor who I met the other day before the festival. But you like her, don't you? Why do you think that? Because I saw you. I saw the way you looked at her. How you blushed when she laughed, he said, looking at the ground. I could tell you felt something. I could tell you felt something for her. Oh. Kirin grew quiet, observing the student. Then she understood. You like a boy, don't you? No, He finally raised his head and looked at her. There were tears in the corner of his eyes. I'm normal. Yes, I know that. Everyone is different, but liking someone is perfectly normal. Even if it's someone of the same sex? He asked in a low voice, barely. Oh, even if it's someone of the same sex? Ooh. He asked in a low voice, barely above a whisper. You can't control your feelings, and to be honest, if it's as if your heart has a will of its own. But you shouldn't have that kind of feeling. Not if the person isn't like you. He fell for a straight boy, Kitten realized. Unfortunately, you can. It's more common than you think. And hard. And probably painful. Sensei, did you... Teachers aren't born grown-ups. I was a teacher a few years ago. I was a teenager a few years ago. I went through the same thing as you're going through. So, Sensei is like me. Yes, and because of that, I can't tell you what to do. You know better than me how mean kids can be if they want to. But I'll tell you this. No matter if you choose to confess or not, treasure your feelings. Even if it'll only bring pain? Yes, for better or for worse, you'll remember the feeling of liking someone. Of falling in love. Even if it's hard, you'll look back to this time. Keenan said, looking him in the eyes. And if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. Thanks, he said, flashing a small smile. I hope that helped him in any way. And I should leave him alone for a while. Can I ask you something? Oh, wait. Can I ask you something? She said before he left the classroom. Why did you ask me and not Yuto-sensei or Sabako-sensei? I mean, they're more open about this, unlike me. It's because of that. Everyone knows they're like us. And you needed someone more reserved. I mean, if they're just gonna be teachers, it could be about anything else. Yes. Thanks again, he said before leaving. He fell for another boy, but can't say what he is out loud yet. I remember when I was just like him, Kitten thought. Even though I just told him those things, I'm acting just like him. I need to treasure my feelings and not deny them. Even though we just met. I like Mari. Wait, I think we're like almost done, right? How many chapters? Oh, 12. Oh, I thought I had 8 in my mind somehow. Oh, easy. I can't believe I'm thinking of doing this, Kitten thought, shaking her head and pacing around in the same place. She had been doing that for a while now. But Mari invited me. I know I never actually promised I'd come, but it'd be rude to ignore, right? But it's not like I have to come today. I can just come next week, or maybe the week next to that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'm not busy or anything. But tonight isn't a good night. For some reason, I can come here after that thing. The thing? Oh, I clicked away. No matter how much she tried, Kitten couldn't come up with an excuse even to herself. The truth was, there was no reason for her not to visit Mari at the club she worked in today. But I haven't talked to her since Sunday. I want to see her, but visiting a Hostess club bar? If anyone saw me... Who cares? Just go see her! Oh, she paced around again. Someone called her. Hey you, could you please go stand somewhere else? Said the woman dressed in a short and sparkly red dress. Business is already slow and you pacing and murmuring to yourself doesn't help. What? Sorry! Kitten hurried to apologize, bowing to her. Why are you even standing before our club? Do you want to come in? No! Kirin flustered and shook her eyes wide. I was just... Wait, you're... The woman narrowed her eyes, observing the teacher carefully. Then she smiled. Since business is slow, how about you come in? What? No, I can't! Please, you'll be doing us a favor. If there are a lot of free girls looking bored, it doesn't look good for business. That's a problem, Kitten said in an awkward voice, flashing a similar smile. The woman had locked arms with her and was pressing her breasts against her. But I don't know if I can afford. Don't worry, don't worry. You can just pay for what you consume. You don't need to pay for the girl's drink. Just talk to us and entertain us. Well, if that's all. Kinen couldn't stop herself from smiling as she was led into the club. Oh crap! A piece of apple fell on the floor. Wait, let me pick it up. Oopsie. Okay, I picked it up and put it in the bin. Alright guys, we're going into the club. Inside was what she expected. Though she had never visited such an establishment, she had seen them in movies. There were a few clients. They were all men and they were talking with a couple of beautiful women at the same time. I don't see money. I wonder if it's her day off. Kinen thought. Oh, right, my model. Ha! Sorry. It's Ghost Studio. Her stomach tightening with the idea. I only came to see her. I mean, there must be other pretty women too. Instead of one of the seats, the woman led her to a back room. Where are we going? Kinen asked. Am I not going to talk to the pretty girls? Yes, but it'd be best if you change. You don't want to have the looks of a client. You don't have the looks of a client of this place. The hostess was right. Kinen came straight from school, wearing a plain tracksuit. Wow. Man, at least go home and change. Take a shower. Don't worry, she added. We have the right look for you. A few minutes later, Kinen had changed into a regular suit. Though the shirt was a bit baggy for her, the skirt was tight. And along with the black pantyhose, she looked like an office lady. Ah, I look cool, she thought before smiling before the mirror. You look great! Now please entertain us, the hostess said, leading her to a seat in the corner. Leading her to a seat in the corner of the main room. Wait here, I'll get us drinks. Oh, okay. Oogie. Yo, hi Yuria chat. What are we reading? Fanfic? An erotic novel? Hi. No erotic novels on this stream. I don't want to get banned or copy striked. Flagged or whatever you call it. It's not copy striked. I don't want to get demonetized before I even get monetized. When she was alone, Kinen remained quiet, looking at the floor as if her eyes were glued to it. Even if she liked the clothes, it wasn't enough to hide how nervous she was. I'm here. I let myself get dragged because of a pretty Yuri-san. I'm so easily manipulated. But now, I'm here. I hope I get to see Mari. She blushed at the idea, but the image of her neighbor made her heart thump faster. Very say-so, yeah. A few moments... Okay, wait, this is not say-so. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you, Yobi? Welcome to the stream. A few moments later, the hostess was back with 2 drinks, but she wasn't alone. 3 beautiful women dressed in similar dresses came behind her. Oh! After handing Kinen her drink, the woman sat by her sides. Oh, this is harem. The teacher couldn't help but blush even more. She had no idea where to look when she sipped her champagne. They're all too gorgeous. Oh, it's like I have a hair. So, Kitten, talk about yourself. Wait, did you tell her name? Oh, the same question. Said the hostess who brought her in, also sipping her drink. We would all like to know. Yeah? Kitten choked on her drink. I don't remember telling you my name. But we know about you, she said. Yeah, we've been hearing about you all week, another woman said. Eh? What? Why? How? Kitten looked at her. Mari, she couldn't stop talking about you. The hostess on the teacher's far left answered. Really? Yes! Keenan blushed and focused on the drink. What did she say? She asked in the most casual... Oh. That was a very casual voice. She could, hoping to hide her feelings. When the hostesses exchanged meaningful glances, she said she knew she failed miserably. She said her neighbor was a kind and strong person. Someone who would go out of her way just to help a stranger. Even though she was slightly clumsy, she cared a lot about her students. It was also very interesting. There wasn't a boring moment being next to her. Also that her neighbor was a samurai. Huh? She said all that? Keenan managed to ask despite her burning face. Yes, they all said again. And she always smiled when she was talking about you. Ah, I see. Even her ears were burning now. I can't believe she talked about me. I'm super happy. What does this mean? The woman exchanged looks again. That's why we wanted to talk to you, said the hostess who brought her into the club. Talk about what? How do you feel about our girl? What do you mean? You know what we mean, another hostess said. Mari is our precious girl. We need to know who gets closer to her. Yeah, we can't have her heart broken. Heart broken? King exclaimed, not sure to whom to look. Yes, and please don't pretend you don't know what we're talking about. We want to know what your romantic intentions are towards our girl. Romantic intentions? Kenan explained again. Wait, like, romantic intentions? Kenan exclaimed again so loud so some people from other seats turned their heads towards them. She fidgeted, trying to look as small as she could. Yes, all the hostesses said, pressing closer. I like her. Keaton said barely above a whisper. I can't believe I'm admitting it to them. I don't even know these women. Oh boy. The hostesses exchanged looks again. The next moment they beamed. Good! We approve! As they cheered, the teacher drank the rest of her champagne just to do something. Sorry for taking so long, Kitten. Mari came running towards them. She was slightly panting, but when she looked at the teacher, she smiled. So beautiful, the teacher thought. All her embarrassment was forgotten as she looked at the woman. When I heard you were here, I finished my break right away. Mari explained, fixing a lock of her long blonde hair. Here, one of the hostesses said as they all stood up. Take your time, you two. As they walked away, they all looked at Kaden and Mari, giggling their smiles even bigger. Oh, I'm so glad you came, Mari said as she said. Yeah, me too. Despite her embarrassment, if Kaden could see Mari smile before she got home, it was worthy. Nice. If three beautiful women were paying attention to me, I would not be able to form words. I guess. I eat so slow, chat. OBS? Is it working? OBS disconnected. Oh, that was weird. It gave me a notification that it disconnected. Goodbye. It's OBS or my internet, I never know. Okay. Noises. Me have another scene. I didn't drop any frames. So it's like fine. It just randomly died. Ah, pain. Piano. Okay, let's get ready. Chapter 9. Keaton looked around, trying to find something to pass time. However, there was nothing to do in her apartment. After eating breakfast, she had tidied up the place. However, since it wasn't too messy in the first place, it didn't take long. Her laundry was already done, folded, and inside her dresser. The floor was already clean, and the trash already sorted. She had no tests to correct, nor anything work-related to do. What was she going to do with all this time? What? Find a hobby! There's nothing to do, she thought, letting out a sigh. She turned her head towards the TV. Though she had already watched Lovely Cur and the Two-Piece, she could watch something else. Or perhaps read a book. However, she didn't feel like doing any of those things. In a desperate attempt, she picked up her laptop and searched for clothes. After going through a few stores, she somehow ended up looking on the net for underwear. But it wasn't the usual ones she wore, but what she called bold underwear. Wow. There's no way I could wear any of these. Despite blushing the whole time, she didn't close the tab and continued looking through the site. Aha! When she clicked at the red and black lingerie that was too sexy, she had reached her limit. She closed the lid at once. The lid. Her face burning. It's like if your face starts burning just looking at a store page. There's no way I could ever wear that. I don't have the confidence. Who would wear something like that? Oh yeah. Maybe Mari. She'd look amazing in that. The moment she pictured her neighbor dressed in such garments, even her ears were red. Mine are red too. I wonder if they get even redder when I think about things. It's not fair she can be cute and sexy. And before Keaton could calm down, the doorbell rang with a strange high-pitched squeal. Oh. God damn! I thought OBS disconnected again. Windows, why? No, nothing. And before Kinin could calm down, the doorbell rang. With a strange high-pitched squeal, she put the laptop aside, stood up, and went to the front door. To her surprise and delight, Mari was standing on the other side. She forgot about what she was imagining and opened the door right away. Hi! Kinin said with a silly and dreamy smile. Hi! Mari said with a big smile. Hi... Kinin said again. Then the image of seconds ago popped in her head and she became an alarming shade of red. Are you free right now? Mari asked. Yeah. I mean, yes. Why do you ask? Do you want to go on a date? Hi, Ashley. Welcome. I wasn't thinking about anything. Because my eyes, again. My ears didn't get, like, redder. They're already red. Wow, anyway. Do you want to go on a date? Oh, very bold. Kinin's heart thumped faster. She even stopped breathing. Yes! She answered before she could think twice. By the way, there's some... Which one? I remember a Mari. But I don't... I was gonna say I don't remember Rich Yuri, but apparently there are a lot. But I remember one. Wonderful. Mari's smile grill. Isn't that right? Oh. Yes! Ray, Mari's daughter, came out from behind her, flashing a huge smile. What? Being named Mari in Japan is like playing softball as a kid in the US. And in school, we would never play what's it called? Yeah, we would always play softball, but not the other one. I know what I forgot the name in English. Anyway, interesting. It wasn't a date, Kinin thought, the embarrassing eating her from the inside. Right now, she was at the zoo with Mari and her daughter. Ray had to paint an animal from the zoo as a school assignment, so they decided to invite Kinin to go with them. I was stupid to get my hopes up high the instant I heard the word date. But that's done. I need to enjoy this. Oni-chan, do you like giraffes? Ray asked, looking at her with bright eyes. I heard they're really tall. Yes they are. When I was your age, I painted them for my school assignment. Is it because of your name? Aha! Wow, Japanese lore. Language lore. Why would you name your kid Giraffe? Maybe if you have like genes that give you a long neck. Yeah. It's nice. Yes, but when I was a kid, kids used to make fun of me. Oh! I'm sorry, kid. They asked why my neck wasn't as long as a real giraffe. Pain. Kitten said, smiling. When I outgrew the boys, they made even more fun, she recalled. Really? But your name's pretty! Thanks, Rei-chan. How about if we go see them now? Yes! The kid beamed and grabbed the teacher's hand. Oh, the music stopped again. Are you still listening? Yes. Piano. The reading. No! Oh no, I opened Paint Tool, sorry. Why? No? Okay. Ray grabbed Mari's hand too, and the three of them headed to the giraffes. We look like a family, Kitten thought, trying to suppress her urge to smile. Wow! Ray said as she looked at the animals. Are they the tallest in the whole world? On land, I think they're the tallest, but I know there are bigger animals, Kitten said. Like whales? Yes, but the biggest one is the blue whale, and their heart is so big a kid can get in. Really? Really? They seemed astonished. Yes, I remember getting inside a replica in a natural history museum when I was your age. Can we go to the museum, Mommy? Ray asked, clinging to her dress. Sure, and Kenny will go with us, right? Maddie smiled at the teacher. Wow. Sure. She answered, blushing slightly. Yay! But that's for another day. You need to pick an animal and draw it. Maddie reminded her. I'll pick the giraffe! Great. Now you need to draw. Yes! Yes! They walked to the closest bench and Ray opened her sketchbook, drawing with a concentrated expression. Kitten watched with a smile, but then she stopped when she saw Ray drawing 3 people watching giraffes. You're drawing me too? She asked. Of course! Ray answered. Oni-chan came with us and made this day even more fun! Yeah, she's right, Maddie asked, putting a lock of her blonde hair behind her ear. Kitten blushed again. This time, she couldn't stop the urge to smile. Aha, very wholesome. You like Maddie-san. You can't deny your feelings anymore, Kitten thought as she stared at her reflection in the mirror. What are you going to do? There were only 2 options. She could keep her feelings to herself or confess. Though it seemed a simple question, it wasn't. At least, not for her. Because of that, she groaned. Oh, she groaned. I want to confess, but we've known each other for less than a month. And she has a daughter. There's no way she has time to date. Also, I don't know if she'd date another woman. Even if her co-workers joked about it, she might be troubled by the idea. Since we're neighbors, that could be awkward and it might ruin our friendship. Just casually, bring it up in, a conversation. That you're, into women. And maybe then ask, hey, have you ever been with a woman before? I'm sure they've gotten close enough to the point to, bring that up, possibly. That was, useless lesbians! Pain. That was the main reason Kitten didn't want to confess. The rest were just excuses and she knew. I like her, but just being around her is fun. I don't want to lose that. She sighed, splashing water on her face, and let out a bitter laugh. I can't believe I'm thinking the same things I did before I confessed to my first girlfriend. I thought I had grown past this. She dried her face. The doorbell rang. Please, Kitten! Help me! Maddie shouted. Kitten almost tripped as she ran to the entrance. Huh? What's wrong? Oh, really? Really? I'm fat! Kitten blinked a couple of times. Then she couldn't help but smile. Who'd be mad enough to think someone as gorgeous as you is fat? Look! Maddie raised her shirt enough to show her belly button. Fat! Why would you do that to anyone? I'm gonna knock on someone's door and tell them I'm fat. Kitten barely heard. She was too entranced by the belly. I was doing her best to suppress the urge to kiss it. It's lovely, she managed to say, looking at Maddie. Looking at Maddie's eyes was difficult. With difficulty. If she kept looking at the belly, she would lose her mind. I know it's not. She grabbed Kitten's hand and made her touch her stomach. What? Okay. Then she made her squeeze a little. Oh. Kitten could barely suppress her grin. Her face was an alarming shade of red. How can she do this to me? If I was an anime character, I'd be having a nosebleed right now. I need to get... I'm gonna ask that. I need a model update with a nosebleed. Yeah! Anyway. I don't see anything other than a lovely tummy, she said using all her self-restraint. Thanks for lying to me, but I know I'm fat! That's nonsense! You're not even at the level of being called plump or... thick. Thick. Which would make you even more beautiful to me! But she kept the thought to herself. Yuri has alarming shades of red model. Liar! Mario was almost crying. This is all your fault! My fault? Why? Because we've been having breakfast and dinner together so much, I've been eating more than usual! Oh no. Kitten could only smile at her neighbor. Though she shouldn't be thinking that. Mari was too cute when she was nervous like that. I'm sorry? You should be. Take responsibility! What? She's saying that? Yes, I'll marry you. Kitten said the first thing that came to her mind. A second later, she widened her eyes and became even redder than moments ago. If I'm fat for the rest of my life, you better make me happy. But before that, help me. With pleasure. No. Okay. Oh yeah, this is bait. Mario was panting and sweating. Kaden couldn't help but gulp at the sight. Oh, she's so hot. I can't believe there is a gorgeous woman like this living next to me, and I had no idea until a month ago. I can't, Kaden. It's too much. Mari said in a voice that sounded sexy to the teacher. You can do it. Just one more lap. After calming Mari down, Katie had promised to go jogging with her a few times a week. She didn't believe her neighbor needed to, though. She would never voice it, but that only made Mari even more beautiful. However, there was no persuading the woman down. I can't. You can't. I believe in you. Believe in me. Who believes in you? That's me forcing SERU like vegetables. And when she's like being super dramatic. Kitty moved her legs up and down to keep her blood flowing. Kitty moved her legs up and down to keep her blood flowing as she slowed down to walk next to Mari. Then you're going to be disappointed. I'm so sorry, Mari said, almost stopping completely. She was at the level of dragging her feet. Don't give up, Kitten said. If you finish this, I'll do anything you want. Anything? Mari looked at her with hopeful eyes. Within my power, yes. Ooh. Mari stopped, closing her eyes, and took deep breaths. When she opened them, she looked determined. Even so, she could barely walk, let alone jog. Still, she forced herself to go around the block one more time. When they reached the park they were using as a starting point, she collapsed at the bench. Good work! Kitten smiled as she handed her an energy drink she got from the vending machine. When Mari raised her hand to take it, she pulled her from the bench. Oh. No, let me rest, please. Mari begged. Then she narrowed her eyes. Or the demon teacher will deny me that. It's not good to sit or lie after running. Only do that after you cool down your body, Kirin explained. And... demon teacher? Yes! How do you expect me to cool down if I can't lie down? Mari complained in a cute and childish way. Also, you need to stretch after exercising. Ignoring me, huh? I never thought you had a side like that. Despite what she said, Mari drank the energy drink and stretched just as how Kirin showed her. After they were finished, she collapsed on the bench again. Kirin beamed. Good work! Thanks. Mari grunted, finishing her drink. Don't be like that. You were the one who asked for my help. You don't look so happy, demon teacher. Kirin laughed and sat too. Oh, you don't have to look so happy, demon teacher. Kirin laughed and sat too. I just enjoy running. The fresh air and all, you know? And it's nice doing it with the person I like. Ooh. Mari looked doubtful. Within the next second, her expression changed, and she flashed a smile Kirin had grown to like. Why are you smiling like that? Do you secretly enjoy suffering? Oh, that sounds like me. Kirin joked to mask her embarrassment. I'm smiling because I found out something new about you, she said. Also, I just thought of what I'm gonna ask of you. Oh, yeah, I did promise anything. What is it? With a serious expression, I almost said Mario. Mario stood up. Oh no. Mari stood up and threw the pet bottle in the trash. She turned to Luigi. Okay. She placed her hands behind her back, turned to Kirin, and flashed another smile. But this one was lovelier than before. I want a date! Kirin stood still, not believing what she had just heard. She didn't blush. She could only stare at the woman she had feelings for. Oh. What? She asked when she finally woke. I want a date. With you. This time Kirin blushed and widened her eyes. What? Why would you ask that? Because it's been a while since I went on a date. After suffering this much, I want to be spoiled by a lovely person. But you were the one who asked! Kirin murmured. Oh, no, that's not murmuring. Is that a no? Kirin asked in a low and dejected voice, her smile deflating. I'll take you on the best date you ever had! Kirin exclaimed. She only wanted to see Mari smiling and happy. Yay! Mari's expression made Kirin's heart thump faster. I'm in love with this wonderful woman. Wow, I actually hated the song that was playing for so long because there were voices and I thought there were other voices of people that I was hearing. Anyway. Oh, Amogus. Amolgos? Let me drink some water. Oh, this is a fitting song. I'm always sad and I'm always lonely, but I can't tell you that I'm breaking slowly. Wow. I'm going on a date with Mari-san. Kirin thought. It wasn't the first time the words had crossed her mind. Even so, just like the other times, the idea made her blush, giggle, and her heart thump faster. Once the idea settled for the moment, she calmed down. It only lasted a second though. Soon she was grinning. Ah, I can't believe we're going on a date. I like her, but I never have the courage to ask her. Thank goodness she was the one who suggested it. This is asking other VTubers for a collab. But why did she do that? We haven't known each other for long, but I didn't think she was so impulsive. I mean, she has her own pace, but that's different. Inviting me on a date doesn't mean anything to her. It's not like she's like me. She doesn't like women. Oh my god. You kidding? You useless lesbian! Isn't this... It's so obvious. I swear to God, I will murder you. Dance main character. No, I can't think like that. Even if a date doesn't mean the same thing to her, I'll show her a good time. Yeah, show her a good time, baby. If I can see her smiling, then everything will be worth it. With that in mind, Kinin spent the rest of the week thinking about the date. She spent half her time making plans and another half considering what to wear. From her only formal dress to light and girly clothes. No matter what I wear, Marty-san will look 10,000 times more beautiful than me. Kinin thought, giggling and blushing when she imagined what her neighbor would wear. Ooh. No, I can't do that. I'm gonna get all idiot-like. I need to think about my clothes. After a lot of consideration, she decided to wear one of her suits. Mari-san thought I looked cool at the Hostess Club, and when we met, she kept calling me her knight and then her samurai when I wore that cosplay during the festival. If I wear a suit, maybe we'll look good together. Oh, please, more ideas. Yuria, just me? I want the suit alternate outfit. Anyway. Once that was decided, he didn't spend more time than she should fantasizing about how they would look together. But once that was done, her joy vanished, and she was panicking. Choosing the outfit was only one step, but now was time to put that together a day that will make Mari happy. The idea made her stomach tight more than everything so far. Mari's an elegant woman. I need to take her on a fancy place for an excellent meal. Or maybe a simple but good meal and a fun movie? But doesn't that seem too simple for a woman like her? She does have a childish side. No, I'm putting too many expectations on Mari-san. I can't do that. Kinen sighed loudly to take out some of her frustration. Maybe I'm thinking too much. Maybe I should just take her to an amusement park. I bet that would surprise her. It's been ages since I went to one. I bet she hasn't been to one in a long time. Maybe she went with Rei-chan. Rei-chan, she'll be mad if she found out. Kidding, Rose. After thinking to the point of losing sleep, she finally made her plans carefully. But instead of resting, she was too excited. Until the day of the date came, she couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm glad I managed to hide my feelings from Mari-san when we went jogging this week. But I can't believe I'm so nervous, Kitty thought when she changed clothes. Her heart never thumped so loud. This isn't even a real date. Why am I so nervous? I know I like her, but this is ridiculous. It's not like I've never been on a date. Wait, this is the first time I'm the one taking the lead. I've never planned a date before. My previous girlfriends did that. I was nervous back then, but this feels different. Despite taking the many deep breaths, her stomach was even tighter than it had been all week when she left her apartment. It's happening, Kitty. It was as if the butterflies were having a party inside her. Her legs wobbled in the low heels as she walked to the neighbor and stopped before the door. Her hand trembled as she raised it to press the doorbell. When her finger was right above the button, she tried pressing it, but her hand froze. What the hell am I doing? I'm not a teen trying to confess to her first crush. Not anymore. I'm an adult woman. I shouldn't freeze because of a doorbell. Despite what she was thinking, she couldn't press it. She gritted her teeth and grabbed her wrist with the other hand. What kind of woman am I if I can't even press a damn doorbell to take another woman on a date? Screaming in her head, as if she was the main character in a fighting manga. She used both hands to press the doorbell. Unlike in her head, nothing big happened. Only the faint sound of a digital doorbell echoing. Yes? Mari's voice came from the inside. A moment later, the door opened. On the other side was a sight that paralyzed Kirin. She couldn't even feel nervous. Everything she had carefully planned was gone from her head. She could only gaze at the beautiful vision of her neighbor and crush, Mari. It wasn't the first time she saw Mari in a formal dress, but she was awestruck by such a beauty, and that wasn't the most impactful. For a brief second, Mari's smile was too beautiful to look at her directly. Even so, Kirin couldn't take her eyes off her. Good evening, she said in her usual lovely voice. Good hi! Kirin blurted out. Then she realized what she said. I mean, hello! Evening! Mari chuckled in a cute way. Good hi, hello, evening. Oh my god, let me put something on. This is called Dead Inside. I don't want... What the heck? Okay, this is better. I think, I hope. Good hi, hello. Evening.
Got a lot of good things on sale, stranger.
Kinan's face became an alarming shade of red as she struggled for words. That only made Mari chuckle again. Are you perhaps nervous? There was no hidden meaning behind her words. She was simply asking, not implying anything. Even so, that only caused the butterflies in Kinan's stomach to become even wilder. The party was over and now they were at war. A little, she admitted. Thank goodness, breathing out in relief. Why? Because I've been nervous all week. You didn't notice when we went jogging, but I had trouble sleeping for the last few days. Mari blushed and played with her hair, averting her eyes. There was a faint and embarrassed smile on her lips. Really? Why? Because of our date. I was trying to pick a dress all week, but it was hard. You too? Of course, there's no way I wouldn't be nervous about a date. I see. Kinan mumbled, her heart thumping louder. She gulped, mustered all of her courage, and offered a hand. Shall we? Beaming, Mari accepted the hand. I'm counting on you. Date time! Wait, this is the last one, right? Or no? Oh, no, okay, there's more. Okay. Wait. Huh? Okay, this title sounds very... interesting? Thank you for subscribing! Oh, that spooked... Oh! Spooked me! Alerts. So great! Ooh, okay, let's go. It's daytime. The wonderful date Kinan had carefully planned out for almost a whole week went perfect. In her head. In reality, it couldn't have been worse. A disaster! A complete disaster! Kinan thought as they headed home. Even if I tried, I couldn't come up with what happened. The goddess of Yuri had forsaken me! In the beginning, everything was going well. Though Kinan only wanted to show her neighbor a good time, since neither of them had gone on proper dates in a while, she acted like she was a proper gentlewoman. She held Mary's hand. That's your mistake. You don't do that on first dates. That's way too lewd. Walked on the side of the street on the sidewalk. Opened the door for her and made Mari laugh a few times on the way to the movie theater. However, once the movie started, everything went downhill. Unlike the reviews said, the wonderful romantic comedy was closer to a drama with a few funny moments and a wholesome ending. However, instead of laughing, both women left the theater crying. Stupid reviewers! Why do they think what do they think a romantic comedy is supposed to be? Damn those foreigner movie makers! I wanted to laugh and leave the theater with my heart all warm. Keenan thought at the time. Her bad mood lasted more than she wished, but once they were closer to the fancy French restaurant she had picked based on online reviews, her confidence was back. Mighty-san and I can talk about the movie. Even if it wasn't what I expected, the movie was good. Or so she thought. The food was too exotic for both women, and neither enjoyed the so-called gourmet food. They couldn't tell if it was the taste or if the taste was exquisite or bland. And that wasn't even the most exciting thing that happened at the restaurant. One of their customers had ordered a meal that had a flambe in the name. Keenan had no idea what it was, but it involved cooking before the customer with a live fire. Unfortunately, the woman who ordered was drunk and spilled an alcoholic drink on it, which made the fire grow. Oh boy. Everyone panicked and left the place. Though it wasn't a huge fire and no one was hurt nor anything damaged, the fire burned the mood. Wow. That's very poetic. To make matters worse, we didn't even get to eat much. Eat much. Eat much. I'm still hungry, Kenan thought. Yo, go home. This is how you make like a shitty date like good. You go home. Like if something like this happened, like it would have been a really funny story to tell. Like it was a one of a kind experience, you know. Just get takeout and watch and chill at home on the couch, and then the Netflix and chill can happen. Anyway, that was eventful, don't you think? Exactly, it's memorable. Mighty said with a tiny smile. I've never seen a live fire before. Yeah, me neither. Kaden answered with her shoulders down. I'll never get the chance to take her on a date again. Not without revealing that I like women. How are you... Oh, this girl. You don't need to look so down. Mighty tried to comfort the teacher. I just wanted to show you a good time. You jogged for this. Thanks for the consideration. Despite everything, it was fun. I'm sure I'll never forget this date. Mighty's smile and enthusiasm were so contagious, even Kieran with her bad mood couldn't resist. I'm glad, she said, chuckling. Despite the whole ruined night, she was feeling better after that smile. But when she escorted Mari to her door, she couldn't feel anything but regret she had lost her chance. I hope we can go out again soon. You're just saying that. Don't be such a Debbie Downer, Katie. Can't you tell she didn't fucking care? I'm not, believe me. I like my job, but sometimes it's tiresome to be surrounded by people who try to undress me with their eyes. I can imagine that. Kaden flashed a guilty smile and averted her eyes. Well then, good night. Good night. After a moment of looking at each other, Mighty smiled one last time before closing the door. Keenan stood there with her shoulders dropped down and her head down. A whole weekend wasted, she thought as she went to her apartment. Her stomach rumbled and she went to the fridge. Apart from the ingredients, the only food she could eat without much effort was instant ramen. Instant ramen's good though. She heated the water, but before she could pour on the ramen, the light suddenly went out. Great, a blackout. The only light in her apartment was the moonlight coming from the window. The moon's pretty tonight, she said aloud without thinking as she looked up. There were no clouds, and without the lights from the houses, apartments, and the building around, The starry sky and the moon shone brightly. Suddenly, Kitten had an idea to save their night. She went to her bedroom, got a thick blanket, and ran to the kitchen to get another instant ramen and boiling water. She left her apartment and went to her neighbor's. With difficulty, because of everything she was carrying, she managed to press the doorbell with her nose. There was no sound. She remembered there was no electricity and kicked the door lightly a couple of times. Kitten? Mari's hair was down and she was wearing pajamas. Let's go! Kitten indicated at the end of the corridor with her head. Go where? To the roof! Come on! With her insistence, though confused, Mari smiled and followed her. The roof was just a square, empty space above the apartments. It was small and there was nothing special about the view. However, to Kitten, it was perfect. She handed the ramen and the water to Mari and opened the blanket for them. What's all this? Mari asked as they sat on it. It's to make up for the failed date. It wasn't a failure. If it were a real date, I would consider it a failure. Kitten opened the lid of the ramens and handed one to her neighbor, along with the chopsticks. It was real. Mari mumbled as she accepted as they ate, and both smiled. It's good. After their gourmet meal, most things are good. More than the meal is the person you're eating with. Wow. Kitten blushed. To hide that, she focused on her food. Once they finished, they put it down and looked at the sky. The moon is beautiful, Mari whispered suddenly. Kitten widened her eyes and kept looking up. No, it's not what I think. In the past, that was the same as a love confession. But there's no way Mari is doing that. No way! Oh, Kitten? Yes? The teacher looked at the neighbor. Her neck was starting to hurt. Before she could understand what was happening, Mari leaned closer and their lips touched. That's all Kitty could say when they stopped kissing. She was so shocked she couldn't even blush. What? What? Mari's cheeks were a light shade of red and she averted her eyes as she played with her lock of her hair. I'm already a mother and yet you're making me blush like a teen. What? Gia, you're so slow. I thought teachers were supposed to be smart. No, but why'd you kiss me? Kitty mumbled, her face finally reddening. How can you ask me that? It's because I like you, Mari complained, blushing a bit more. But you're not like me, are you? I don't know. All I know is that I realized you like me. I started thinking about you in a romantic way. Then I realized I didn't mind. And then I realized I wanted to kiss you. Kitty became an alarming shade of red. Really? Yes? But you didn't say anything. I invited you on a date. But that... I never asked anyone out, let alone a woman. The only person I dated was Ray's papa after him. After him, there were a lot of men who asked me out, but this was the first time I did it. Kitten had no idea what to say. When she recovered from the shock, she gulped and kissed closer. Wow, it's because I read kiss on this. She leaned closer. She met Mari's gaze, and they both closed their eyes to kiss again. She had no idea for how long they kissed. All Kitty knew that it was the best kiss she had in a long time. When they parted their lips, they looked at each other and blushed and smiled at the same time. This was one of the best dates ever, Mari said. Yeah, I think so too, Kitten said, leaning forward for another kiss. That's the end! Thanks for reading until the end. I hope you had fun reading this web novel. Oh, yeah, it was good. That was very wholesome. Man, the main character was so dense. Good job, Liliana. Thank you for letting me read your story. Okay, there's another one, but I think... Okay, this is something new. Why is it like chapter 13? Okay, yeah, this is something else. Okay. I was confused. Ha! That was comfy. Ooh. Read Yuria's story? Huh? Is there a secret Edo? No, that's what I maybe thought that the chapter at the end will be like. But it's not. No, no, no. It's completely pure. I'm not gonna read Edo on stream. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna round it up. There's a Portuguese version. Yeah, I can't read that. I think that's like the same one. It's the witch and the succubus, but Portuguese. Wow. Oh, to me. So, damn, I practically fell asleep. That was maximum coldness. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you so much for being here. Maybe I'll do more reading streams, or maybe I should read like comics. Who knows? I'll figure something else out. What did you think? I had a good time. It's your typical like I guess Yuri plot. But that's what I love about Yuri. At least it wasn't about schoolgirls. Two adults having a good time, falling for each other slowly. Well, not slowly. Kirin fell for her hard right away. Okay. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to HONEYFEED and Liniana for letting me read your story on stream. It was a lot of fun. I got more comfortable at the end. And thank you, Georgina. Thank you for the donations. It means a lot. Thank you. You're so very kind. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna... She keeps calling it a date! I have a collab with SERU. We're gonna play Portal together, but that's gonna be on her channel. We're not gonna stream both perspectives. It's just you can just go subscribe to her. Check it out. Anyway, yeah. See ya maybe tomorrow. Have a good weekend, everyone. No, it's not. It's just playing video games together. You did that with a friend too, right? Okay. Yeah, I need to end it here. Bye, everyone. Thank you.